ankle injury, they were saying like, okay, yeah, during this time it was, yeah, she's full court. She's gone back to full court sprinting. She's gone full court sprinting, and then suddenly she's back full court sprinting, and now suddenly it's an ankle injury again. I'm like, what's actually going on? Like, this is just a smokescreen. This is literally just a smokescreen. Sources stress this tweaked ankle does not affect her return timeline. Is there a return timeline? Like, we have to be honest here.
Recent developments surrounding Caitlin Clark's recovery have taken an unexpected turn with the emergence of additional injury concerns. New information indicates that the Indiana Fever star has sustained an ankle issue during her rehabilitation process, adding another layer of complexity to her already uncertain return timeline. The timing of this ankle injury revelation has raised questions about the organization's communication strategy. Sources suggest the ankle problem occurred approximately 2 weeks ago, yet this information only became public recently. The delayed disclosure has created confusion about the actual scope of Clark's current physical challenges.
Return timeline. Like, we have to be honest here. Is there a return timeline? So I don't think there is. I don't think there is. They saw media and fans freaking out about Caitlin not practicing today and decided to publicize week-old, no big deal ankle tweak that has nothing to do with her absence as a distraction. Why didn't they just report it weeks ago? Like, they don't need to report. First of all, if it's a mild bone bruise, it doesn't affect this. Why are they reporting this? Why are they reporting this? Like, literally, this was a week ago.
According to insider reports, Clark suffered what has been described as a mild ankle tweak during her recovery activities. Medical personnel have emphasized that this secondary injury does not significantly impact her existing rehabilitation schedule or alter the projected timeline for her return to basketball activities. The ankle injury reportedly happened while Clark was progressing through various conditioning exercises. She had been engaging in full-court running drills and cardiovascular training as part of her recovery regimen when the ankle incident occurred. Despite this setback, medical staff maintain that the injury represents a minor complication rather than a major obstacle.
This was a week ago. Caitlin Clark out for more than a month. Clark's been focusing on conditioning, cardio, running, and shooting as she recovers. She continues to make progress. The team is hopeful Clark can rejoin practice next week. Like, this was recent. The whole time they're like, we hope she can rejoin practice. We hope she can do all of this. Like, she can be back, and Natasha Howard, see you soon. Where apparently she has an ankle injury now. She's an ankle injury. Like, what are they doing?
Team officials have struggled to provide clear explanations for why this information remained undisclosed for an extended period. The revelation comes at a time when fans and media outlets were already expressing concern about the lack of concrete updates regarding Clark's primary injury and recovery progress. The circumstances surrounding the ankle injury remain somewhat unclear, though video footage from team activities has led to speculation about potential causes. Some observers have noted interactions between Clark and coaching staff during practice sessions that may have contributed to the ankle problem. Medical evaluations have classified the ankle injury as a minor bone bruise that should not require significant treatment or extended recovery time.
Like, what are they actually doing here? Like, what is the point? What is the point of releasing this news now? Like, and it also, again, it says here, it doesn't affect rehab or groin. At least they didn't call it a groin strain. Because nobody's called it a groin strain. Nobody knows what's wrong with her. Like, she was day to day.
Healthcare professionals involved in Clark's care have indicated that this type of injury typically resolves without long-term complications or impact on athletic performance. The Indiana Fever organization has faced mounting pressure to provide more transparent updates about their star player's condition. The delayed announcement of the ankle injury has intensified scrutiny about the team's handling of medical information and communication with stakeholders. Clark's overall recovery timeline has become increasingly difficult to predict given the accumulation of various physical issues. What initially appeared to be a straightforward rehabilitation process has evolved into a more complex situation involving multiple body parts and recovery considerations.
She was day to day the next day. She was day to day. She got injured, I don't know the exact date, but let's just say she got injured July the 14th. It was in and around that date. On July the 15th, she was listed as questionable. It's the 20th of August, and now we've got a random injury being reported from 2 weeks ago. Like, what is going on? What is actually going on? Like,
the psychological impact of these continued setbacks cannot be overlooked in professional athlete recovery. Multiple injuries occurring during rehabilitation periods can affect player confidence and create additional stress factors that influence the healing process. Team medical staff continue to monitor both Clark's primary injury and the secondary ankle issue through regular evaluations and diagnostic procedures. The dual focus on multiple injury sites has complicated the rehabilitation protocol and required adjustments to training activities. The organization's approach to injury disclosure has drawn criticism from various quarters, including media analysts and fan groups who argue for greater transparency in medical reporting.
Like, I genuinely just don't get it. I just don't understand. Why do they need this coming out? I get it, wanting to, maybe they want to be quiet and everything. But then why did they just randomly decide to report? Why did they just randomly decide to report that she has a new ankle injury? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like,
the delayed revelation of the ankle injury has been cited as an example of inadequate communication practices. Recovery specialists working with Clark have emphasized the importance of addressing all physical issues comprehensively rather than rushing back to competition with unresolved problems. This cautious approach may extend her absence but serves long-term health interests. The timing of injury announcements has become a point of contention, with some observers suggesting that organizations should provide more immediate disclosure of all medical issues rather than selective reporting based on perceived severity or impact. Clark's conditioning program has required modifications to accommodate both injury sites while maintaining overall fitness levels necessary for eventual return to professional basketball.
Like, is this where she got injured? Is this actually... This isn't where she got injured, is it? Please tell me this isn't where she got injured. And you can see Bibby's reaction. Did she actually... No, that was during the week. That wasn't during the other game. So clearly, she has a mild bone bruise and... Or fucking...
The adjustments have created additional complexity in her daily training routine. The accumulation of injury concerns has led some analysts to question whether Clark will return to action during the current season. The combination of the primary injury and ankle issues has created uncertainty about realistic timeline expectations. Medical professionals have stressed that minor injuries during rehabilitation are common occurrences that rarely indicate broader health concerns or predict future injury risk. The ankle issue falls within normal parameters for athletes undergoing intensive recovery programs.
That wasn't during the other game. So clearly, she has a mild bone bruise and her fucking coach stepped on her ankle. Oh my God, imagine. A bruise in her left ankle. Oh my God. She might have re-aggravated a damn ankle injury when her coach stepped on it. If she got injured from her coach stepping on her ankle. If she actually got injured from a fucking coach stepping on her ankle. Shout out Breanne January. Shout out Breanne January for everything you've done. This is not on you.
The Indiana Fever's medical team has maintained that their primary focus remains Clark's comprehensive health rather than meeting external expectations for return dates. This philosophy prioritizes long-term career sustainability over short-term competitive considerations. Fan reactions to the injury news have been mixed, with some expressing frustration about communication delays while others appreciate the organization's cautious approach to player health. The varying perspectives reflect different priorities regarding transparency versus medical privacy. The broader context of Clark's injury situation includes the challenging season the Indiana Fever has experienced with multiple players facing significant health issues.
Her and Natasha Howard, that Sophie, lots of things to scroll through here until the end when she's down on the floor there. So a sense of humor for Sophie Cunningham, and won't speculate too much on that. I do believe because it was a contact injury, it could bode better than obviously a non-contact injury. Still looked scary on site. But nonetheless, the Fever get the win in thrilling fashion. And it's the kind of win that just leaves everybody celebrating after the fact, even an injured Sophie Cunningham. But you see,
the cumulative impact of these medical challenges has tested organizational depth and resilience. Recovery timelines for professional athletes often involve unexpected complications that require flexibility and patience from all stakeholders. Clark's situation exemplifies the unpredictable nature of injury rehabilitation in elite sports environments. The medical team's decision-making process involves balancing multiple factors including healing progression, risk assessment, and long-term health considerations. These complex evaluations often result in conservative timelines that prioritize comprehensive recovery.
That just leaves everybody celebrating after the fact, even an injured Sophie Cunningham. But you see Kelsey freaking Mitchell from Sophie Cunningham. Kelsey Mitchell isn't real from Sydney Colson. MVP Kells from Caitlin Clark. Sydney Colson saying Bree Turner stepping up and defending like that in the fourth, plus driving and kicking to Lex for that last three. And then Caitlin Clark battled. So proud with the heart emoji. And as I put it, if you're Caitlin Clark, that's the kind of win that lets you know you need to be back, right? Like if you can, you need to be back because this team won't.
Looking forward, the organization continues to evaluate Clark's progress on a daily basis while managing expectations about her potential return to competitive action. The dual injury concerns have added variables to an already complex medical situation that requires ongoing assessment and adjustment. The Indiana Fever locker room displayed raw emotion following their critical victory. Head coach Stephanie White appeared visibly moved during the post-game celebration, with Sophie Cunningham visible in the background despite her injury status. While Cunningham's presence doesn't hold significant meaning beyond showing support for the team's success, any positive developments are welcome given the franchise's recent struggles.
And you need to be back because this team won't stop fighting without you. You heard Sydney Colson reference Bree Turner. Well, this is that play right here. Bree Turner makes a key offensive play, a smart play, ready to play. For everybody who said she needed to be cut, she steps up in the moment here. You can see Turner catches it in the middle. Look, Lexi's out. You see Mabry there. Mabry commits off the drive. Lexi's open. Splash.
The victory represents what many consider a season-saving performance for Indiana. Social media posts from the month of August showcase various team moments, including matching outfits between teammates Lexi Hull and Cunningham, along with pre-game photos and action shots. One particular image captures Cunningham making a crucial shot, highlighting her contributions throughout the campaign before the injury occurred. The injury appeared to result from contact during play, which could indicate a more favorable recovery outlook compared to non-contact situations. Despite the concerning nature of the incident, the team's triumph provided reason for celebration among all members, including the sideline Cunningham.
A big-time play, smart play by a veteran. And as far as the odds that were against the Fever, well, here's what they said. Here were the odds on the ESPN probabilities, I'm assuming this is, 98% chance that the Connecticut Sun win the game at that section of the game. They're up 14 at that point with 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Probably a lot of fluctuating parts of the game where the Sun had.
Teammate reactions on social media emphasized the collective effort behind the victory. Kelsey Mitchell received particular praise for her outstanding performance, while Sydney Colson highlighted Bree Turner's defensive contributions in the fourth quarter, along with her smart passing that led to crucial three-point opportunities for Hull. Caitlin Clark expressed pride in the team's fighting spirit and determination. This type of victory demonstrates to Clark why returning to action remains important. The team continues battling regardless of who's unavailable. The squad refuses to surrender even when facing adversity and missing key contributors.
Fluctuating parts of the game where the Sun had a very high chance of winning said contest. And then there was Stephanie White after, paying respects to her team, expressing pride in her team. Of course, Kelsey Mitchell's going to get a lot of that love, as she should. She was unbelievable in this one. This is the Fever highlight package. 38 points for Kells, just in a variety of ways. The most electric two-guard in the WNBA.
Turner's performance deserves special recognition, particularly given previous criticism suggesting roster changes. Her veteran leadership proved invaluable during crucial moments. A specific play showcased her basketball intelligence, catching the ball in the middle, recognizing Hull's positioning, and making the correct pass as defenders collapsed on the drive. Hull converted the open three-pointer, exemplifying smart veteran decision-making. The statistical improbability of the comeback adds significance to the achievement.
Hard in the WNBA, at least from a scoring standpoint, from creating off the bounce and just getting buckets. Kelsey Mitchell is as good as it gets at that position, and really just as good as it gets, period. She was brilliant in the second half of the game, basically willed the Fever to the victory, the victory that they needed for playoff position, especially when you don't know when you're going to get all your players back, but nonetheless, it keeps them afloat. And that's why Stephanie White was overcome with
ESPN's probability calculator showed Connecticut holding a 98% chance of victory when leading by 14 points with 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Multiple game segments likely showed similarly high winning percentages for the Sun before Indiana's remarkable rally. White's emotional post-game address reflected her pride in the team's effort and character. Mitchell earned significant recognition for her exceptional 38-point performance, displaying the scoring versatility that makes her one of the league's most dynamic guards.
the motion. And guess who posted Stephanie White overcome with emotion? Before I play you the video, this is Caitlin Clark's Instagram stories for all the conspiracy theories out there. Look, Caitlin Clark sharing the video of Stephanie White emotionally addressing the Indiana Fever. Here is the video in question as the Fever coach was brought to tears by her players' effort.
I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
Her ability to create shots off the dribble and find scoring opportunities from various positions proved decisive in the second half. Mitchell essentially carried the team to victory when they desperately needed playoff positioning. With uncertainty surrounding when injured players might return, maintaining competitiveness becomes crucial for staying relevant in postseason discussions. Clark's social media activity addressed speculation about team dynamics by sharing White's emotional locker room speech.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. I know that sometimes it sounds like just a word when we talk about being resilient, but it's not, man. It's how we live. Yeah. It's how y'all live, and it's a tribute to you. It's a tribute to your connectedness, your togetherness, your toughness, your mindset. You never give up gritty attitudes. Like, that's what it takes. That's what it takes, and we will.
This gesture countered theories about internal discord by highlighting the coach's genuine connection with players. White's tearful address emphasized the team's resilience and character. Her words about resilience being more than empty rhetoric, describing it as their way of life, resonated throughout the room. She praised their connectivity, toughness, mindset, and refusal to surrender, calling these qualities invaluable.